Hello everyone, today I will talk about promoting local food consumption in Nepal and why this topic is important for sustainability. I looked at these issues from three sides: economic, socio-cultural and environmental. I used 12 academic articles and together they helped me to understand how local food connects with tourism, hospitality and Nepal's long-term development. Let's start with introduction. Nepal is a country with very rich food tradition. We have so many unique local dishes, but today many people, especially in cities, are shifting toward imported and processed foods. This shift slowly affects our culture, our farmers, and even the environment. So, promoting the local food is not just about eating, it is about protecting Nepal's whole food system. Nepali food originally came from what our ancestors grew in the villages. Local dishes like dal bhat, dhido, and gundruk were made because people depends on nearby crops. The geographic climate and lifestyle shaped what people cooked and ate. That's why local food is deeply connected to our identity and the way people live for this generation. Over time, Nepal has changed a lot. Globalization brought modern packaged food into the market. Urbanization brought supermarkets and imported products. Migration also influenced what people prefer to eat. Even tourism changed our food culture because restaurants started offering foods that visitors asked for. This change slowly reduced the use of local ingredients and especially in the cities. Today, rural areas still depend heavily on the traditional foods because they grow much of what they eat. But in urban areas, people rely on packaged and imported foods. At the same time, tourism and the hospitality industries are now showing more interest in local cuisine. So, Nepal today is a mixed situation, balancing between traditional and the modern food habits. Let's talk about the economic issue. Economically, Nepal still imports many food items like oils, fruits, and pulses. This creates dependency on the other countries. But if we promote the local food, we support our farmers and keep money circulating inside Nepal. Strong local food systems also help stabilize markets and reduce the risks that come from import dependency. In terms of sustainability, imported processed food increase waste and put more pressure on natural resources. Sustainable consumption and production encourages using more local foods because they are healthier, fresher, and environmentally friendly. Choosing local food is basically choosing a more sustainable lifestyle for Nepal. Let's talk about some cultural importance. Local food also carry huge cultural meaning. Dishes like celery and the gundruk are not just food, they represent festivals, traditions, and family memories. But with the rise of the global food trends, some of these dishes are at risk of disappearing. Promoting local foods helps protect our heritage and passes this tradition to the next generation. So, talking about the rural consumption, in rural communities, traditional foods are still part of everyday life. People depend on local crops and seasonal vegetables. But even in villages, young people are influenced by media, migration, and the modern lifestyle. Still, the culture bond with local food is strong, which means rural Nepal plays a big role in keeping this tradition alive. Nepal's culinary heritage is also important for sustainability. Indigenous crops like millet, buckwheat, and the local legumes help protect biodiversity. Traditional cooking methods like fermentation reduce food waste. These heritage food also offer meaningful gastronomy experience for tourists, making them an important part of sustainable tourism. Let's talk about the tourism demand. In tourism, local food is becoming a major attraction. Visitors today want to taste real Nepali dishes, not just international food. Authentic food experience help tourists understand Nepali culture better. This growing interest in food tourism increases demand for local dishes and support many small businesses. So talking about the domestic tourist, it's not just foreign tourists. Nepali travelers also prefer local foods because they believe local dishes are healthier and more authentic. This creates a strong domestic demand, which is good for farmer, vendors, and restaurants that promotes the local cuisine. Food festivals across Nepal showcase regional dishes and give local vendors a platform. This is how the local food can be promoted. This festival helps families and small businesses and the farmers earn extra income. They also create awareness about traditional foods and build pride in our food heritage. They show how cultural and economic work together. Community-based tourism is mostly seen in Nepal. This is how the promotion can be done through the community-based tourism. In Nepal, in many homestays, tourists are served dal bhat and other simple local meals. Visitors really enjoy these genuine experiences. This kind of community-based tourism provides income for rural families and helps protect traditional cooking styles and the skills. It shows how the local foods can directly support the rural development. The hospitality industry also has a big influence on food choices. When hotels and restaurants include local dishes on their menu, it increases demand for local ingredients. It also makes the guest experience more authentic, so hospitality business play a key role in promoting the local food culture. Farm-to-table practices connected restaurant directly with farmers. This reduces food miles, keeps the ingredient fresh, and support the sustainable agriculture. However, challenges like supply gaps and the higher cost still exist. Even so, farm-to-table is an important model for promoting the local food. Hotels that use local product reduce their carbon emissions and offer guests a more authentic taste of Nepal. Powell's study shows that guests appreciate when hotels use a local ingredient. It also builds stronger partnerships between hotels and the farmers, making the tourism more meaningful. From an environmental perspective, local food has many benefits. It has lower transport emissions because it travels shorter distances. Indigenous crops helps protect biodiversity and are more climate resistant. So, promoting the local food is directly connected to protecting Nepal's environment. Education play an important role. Students in hospitality and the tourism program needs to learn about the local food systems and sustainability. If future chefs, managers and tourism professionals understand the value of local food, they will promote it in their careers and create long-term positive change. So we are at the end of the presentation. To conclude, promoting local food support Nepal's economic, culture and environment. It strengthens tourism and hospitality by offering unique experiences. It helps farmers protect identity and reduce carbon emissions overall. Promoting local food is essential for Nepal's sustainable future and must be valued at all levels. Thank you. Namaste.